What's going on, guys? My name is Travis, and today I'm going to show you how to configure VLANs on a Cisco switch. So VLANs are virtual local area networks, and they're a way that we can segment a single broadcast domain into smaller broadcast domains. They're useful in many different ways. Some larger companies will have, let's say, a printer VLAN, and what that does is it puts all the printers in the office, even though they're spread out all around the building, connected to multiple switches, on the same logical network. And what this does is it reduces the amount of broadcast traffic that is transmitted throughout the network. So instead of every single device on the network receiving broadcast messages, it's limited to just that logical network. So in this example, we're going to be configuring a single switch with 3 VLANs. So we have engineering, marketing, and our sales departments. And each of these have 2 PCs on there. And what we want to do is we want to put engineering, marketing, and sales into their own broadcast domains or their own local area network. The way we could do this, if we had a boatload of money and we didn't want to be flexible, is we could actually have 3 separate switches that are isolated from each other. And we could put all these PCs onto each of those switches. But the whole reason why we don't want to do this is because eventually sales is going to have to talk to engineering, and marketing is going to have to talk to sales. And we might even have some printers, like maybe the engineering has a fancy color printer and someone in marketing needs to use that printer. Well, if that printer is on the engineering switch and marketing has no way of talking to that switch, they're not going to be able to use that printer. And it's just not an effective use of network resources. So what we do is we take a single physical switch and we divide it up into logical switches. So let's go ahead and do that now. So here's my switch, and we're going to go into enable mode and then global config mode. And real quick, I'm going to do a show VLAN, or what I could also do is from privileged exec mode is show VLAN, and I'm going to show you the VLANs that we currently have. These are the default VLANs that ship on every single Cisco switch. You can't delete these and you cannot rename them. So by default we have VLAN 1, and every single switch port is included on this VLAN. And what that means is if you order a switch from Cisco and pull it out of the box, you can actually just plug it right into your network. If you have a flat network, and that's what we call a network that only operates off of the default VLAN, the switch just works. You don't actually have to go in and configure it. But of course, if you're going for your CCNA, or you are a new network administrator and you want to implement VLANs for security or even just to reduce network overhead, you definitely want to manage that switch, and you want to isolate ports into their own VLANs. So that's what we're going to do here. So let's go back into global config mode. So I'm going to type in config T, and I am going to create our engineering, our marketing, and sales VLANs. So all I'm going to do is type in the VLAN command, and if I do a question mark, you'll see that it accepts VLAN IDs. So after that, I'm just going to put in 100, and then I'm going to do name, and then this is the name of the VLAN. So I'm going to type in engineering, since that's VLAN 100. VLAN 101 is going to be marketing, and VLAN 102 is going to be sales. So now if I go back to show VLANs, or show VLAN, you're going to see that we have our engineering, marketing, and sales VLANs. But you're also going to notice that none of the switch ports are included in these VLANs yet. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we're going to go back into global configuration mode. And the way I have these set up is this is in port 1 and port 2, port 3, port 4, port 5, and port 6. Now I could type in each of these on their own, but that's going to be a little bit time consuming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a command called interface range. And what this command does is it lets us update multiple switch ports at the same time. So I'm going to just type in int range fa01-2. And so with that command, I'm updating switch ports 1 and 2. And we're going to do switch port mode access, because these are access ports, and switch port access VLAN 100. And what that command does is it tells the switch that we want these switch ports to be part of VLAN 100 only. And I'm going to go back and do int range fa0 0/3-4, and same thing. And that's going to be 101. And 102. So now if I do show VLANs, you're going to see that 100 has switch ports 1 and 2, 101 has 3 and 4, and 102 has 5 and 6. So if we minimize that and I go to engineering 1, if I try to ping the engineering 2 PC, you'll see that it's successful. However, if I try to ping marketing 2, it's not going to work. You'll see that it's going to time out. That's because these PCs can only talk on the same logical network or the same layer 2 network. So in the next video, what I'm going to do is we're going to add another switch, and we're going to add some more PCs, and we're going to get these VLANs talking to each other. So we're going to do some inter-VLAN routing. So give this video a thumbs up if you're excited for the next video. If you have any questions about VLANs, comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that way you're notified whenever I post a brand new networking video. I'm hoping to post the inter-VLAN routing video very soon, so take a look for it, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.